Hi, welcome to Boardscape. I'm Aaron, and today I'm going to be going over 6 new Kickstarter-based games. I'm going to be giving you my brief thoughts so that you can see what I think about them and whether I think they are worth backing, worth playing, or worth even looking into. I have links below for all of these games that you can just click and go to them. Make sure to subscribe if you find this content helpful, as I will be putting these out weekly. I also have 5th edition based content coming out weekly, so be sure to check that out. The first game that I'm checking out today is Darwin's Journey, which has done as well as expected, right? It's got $600,000 raised, over 7,800 backers, and still 16 days to go. I expect this to reach over $1 million, and it's no surprise. I mean, this is, as everybody has said, an amazing way to start this year. This game is amazing. I'm not going to be going too in-depth in this because over the next day or two, might be tomorrow, but I expect 2 days from now, which would be, what is today? Wednesday? Nope, today's Tuesday. So Thursday, I will be having a 3v3 look at Darwin's Journey. So be sure to subscribe so that you get that when it comes out. Now, the 3v3, I'm going to give you 3 things that I am interested in with this game, and 3 things that worry me about this game. So, Darwin's Journey is a medium to medium heavyweight Euro game where you are re-exploring Darwin's journey as he discovers the Galapagos Islands, travels through them, discovers new species, and really explores the idea of evolution. So if medium heavyweight games are too much for you, you might as well just drop out now. But if those are the kind of game that you enjoy, then be sure to check out my video to see whether or not I think you should back this game. A brief overview, though, is you have a boat track down here where you will be exploring various islands. You have various actions where you are going to be having certain workers that can only go to certain actions based off of the colors. You have the green, the blue, the yellow, the red. You're able to improve your people by getting new colors that they can go to. You're going to be getting money, discovering species, and all the while increasing your discovery of evolution on this track down here, all trying to get the most victory points. So be sure to check out tomorrow or in 2 days to see what I think about this game. I'm not going to go into too much depth here, but it's good. Next, we have The Tinner's Trail by Martin Wallace, which, I mean, it's doing okay. It just started, 60,000 backers. 60,000 backers. That'd be a crap ton. $60,000, 1,200 backers. This is a reprint of Tinner's Trail that I think came out in 2008. I believe it could have been 2009, 2006. It's been out for over 10 years. So if you are interested in Tinner's Trail to see what it is, what it's like, there are a crap ton of videos out there on YouTube that you can go check out the base game, see what it's like. But Tinner's Trail is all about this mining operation. Each player has their own mining operation, and they are trying to get out the resources from the ground, improve their resource lines, and just sort of get the most points based off of who makes the best oil empire, right? Now, this base game does come with some improved graphics, improved gameplay, which they show you all below. Base game's $44. So for the improvement, that's not that bad. I mean, $44, I think it's probably about $15 for shipping. So $60, you get the improvement. Now, this Euro game is a classic. People have loved it for 10 years, over 10 years, which is why it's worth reprinting. And I love the fact that they are willing to not just reprint it, but upgrade and improve it as well. So, Tinner's Trail, one thing to check out though is that they have the base game, shows you everything it comes with here, and they also have, oh, and it tells you what has changed. You get 2 new expansions, improved or increased player count, a solo mode, which is important for those solo players out there like me, improved auction. They've just sort of refined all the different steps in the game, right? Refined the way that it looks, everything. But one thing to make sure that if you are backing this game, which there have been 40 backers at the retail version of $45, but most people are figuring it out, right? Almost 1,000 backers are at the $60 level, because the $60 level gives you the 2 minor expansions, the Arsenic expansion, the Immigration expansion. It gives you all of the Kickstarter stuff that it's coming with, which as you go lower, where is it? Stretch goals so far, nothing too impressive. Some screen printed score markers, money markers, a small promo pack, which it details up above here. But if you're interested in this game, it's probably because you want these 2 expansions and the improved art. You might as well go for the $60 level. This is not my kind of game. I'll play it when other people bring it to the table, right? I mean, but as a primarily solo and 2-player, 2-count player, this is not necessarily up my alley, but it stood the test of time, right? Tinner's Trail, check it out. Next, we have a very small game that only costs $10, Mint Bid. Now, this is the 5th game in the Mint series, and this one is all about the social auctions, right? I think that's what they call it. Yeah, social auction game, where you have this small tin, meaning you can take it anywhere with you. A great game to take on the road, to take to a friend's house, just stick it in your pocket and go. Now you are going to be, I'll scroll down here, shuffling your cards, giving each player 4 mints, and basically bidding on different locations. Now, depending on what locations you get, allow you to do different things, and those different things allow you to just improve the way that you play. So, everyone bids, winning players pay their mint. Location is placed between 2 winning players, meaning the locations will go either here, 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 or here. So you are teaming up with those next to you, right? You're teaming up with trying to get the card on your side. Now you can check out the special auctions, the PDF. You can look at the stretch goals. For $10, it's really not that bad, right? So if you want a small, quick game that you can play with people, go ahead and check it out. They've got some reviews, some playthroughs out there. $6 for the game, so $16 total. You got it. It's perfect here in America, at least. So small games are always fun and good to just be able to whip out. Whip it. Next, we have the Runes of Zune, the reprint, and the new expansions. Now, Runes of Zune, for those of you that have not heard of it, is marketed as a mix of Magic the Gathering and Uno. Now, it leans maybe 5% Magic the Gathering, 95% Uno, right? There's no art, there's very basic, it's a very basic game overall. Runes of Zune, as you can see here, it has a hit point tracker that each player has. It has varying cards, basically an improved Uno, right? Now, who do I think this game is going to be for? I think Runes of Zune is for those that have mainly played Uno and Skippo and other basic games like that, and are trying to get their friends a little deeper into this hobby. Introduce them into a little more, but they're not necessarily willing to step up to Catan or Carcassonne or Lords of Waterdeep. This is a game that is one step above Uno, right? You've got different combos that you can do. You can daze your enemies, steal from them, restore your HP. You can boost yourself and your attacks. You can redirect attacks and actions. All these things. So, if you're looking for something one step above Uno, check it out. If you're not, it's probably not worth it. Next, we have an open world adventure book called Alba. Now, this is an interesting thing because it's an adventure book. This is not necessarily a board game, even though it does have some board game type stuff here. But Alba is more of a find your own adventure type game, right? Where it comes with 1,200 pages of writing, 19 endings, 36 chapters, and this is going to be a choose your own adventure book where you have some extras, a map with some icons that you can place on it to keep track of what you've done, where you've been, keep track of what you've found, whether that might even be like a bottle or some food or a playmat. Is that a playmat? Maybe, I don't know, whatever the heck that is. So while you're reading this story, you're going to also be keeping track with these little markers of where you've gone, what you've done, what you've discovered. Now, it's not necessarily a board game. It's rereadable, as it says here, because, 19 different endings, you can check out all sorts of different ways to go about this. And if you're interested in doing it multiple times, they do, as you scroll down, have recharge packs, right? So you're going to be putting these stickers out on the board and on your trackers. And the recharge packs allow you to play through the game multiple times. So this is a good solo experience, right? If you like reading, if you like choose your own adventures, if you're looking for something a little different in the board game realm, then this would be worth checking out. Now, I have not read any of these pages. I don't know how good the writing is. I don't know how good the story is, but it looks interesting. I didn't feel like putting this in my 5th edition content because it's not necessarily an RPG-based game, but it could have gone over there as well. Alba, linked below. Check it out. 500 backers, $21,000 raised, all sorts of different pledge levels to check out. Finally, we have... Ooh, I'm missing one. We have The Road. Yeah, I'm missing one here. We have The Road, which is a solo-based adventure, a solo-based card game where you are trying to just simply survive for 6 days. Now, I have a problem with this game, and that is the pledge level is $40. I do not think that this looks like it has $40 worth of content. They have all the cards laid out here on the playmat that you can buy separate. So when you look at this, know that this background playmat is separate. The cards, there's 120 cards. You're going to be flipping over cards as you go throughout the days, trying to survive, whether that is trading with people, environmental hazards, surviving attacks, whatever might be thrown at you. It's meant to be a hard game, right? One where you can survive. But for $40, I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. $40 plus shipping, right? I'm not sure it has enough content in this small little game for that. 120 plus base cards spread over all these different levels, all these different card types, does not provide a ton of replay value. I'm not sure if it looks like something after 2, 3, 4 plays I might have encountered everything there is, and then I'm just sort of rehashing things as I play through it more. So I wish this had twice as many cards or 3 times as many cards. For $40, that's what I would expect. I mean, it's funded, right? There's over 1,000 backers. People are finding this worthwhile. But for me, it just doesn't have enough to keep me interested. But if you want to check out a solo-based survival adventure card game, then I have the link below. I am going to look up one more here because I forgot about it. Well, crap. What's it called? So, mutants. See, this is how big a splash that this game is making, where I can't even recall the name of the game, right? So that's going to show you why this game that I'm looking for is not even funded yet. With as good as it looks, as fun as it looks, Masters of Mutanite isn't even funded. It's got 16 days to go, 260 backers, and it looks like a fun game. This art looks good. They have recently added a 3-minute wonderful how to play video. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. Whereas before people were having trouble figuring out how to play it. They've shown that where it's perfect to be able to play it. And this is they call it a spatial deck building game, right? So you are playing as various monsters. The art is very similar to Kings of Tokyo, by the way. And you're playing as these various superheroes or mutants. You have your starting decks, and you are going to be traveling around the board, picking up new cards to add to your deck. You can see here, they have some laid out. There's going to be fire that you can be using, water tokens. All of these different tokens come in this game. And it's a 2 to 4 minute player game, up to 8 different mutants shown, and this game looks good. You get all these different mutants. So you get the big guy, the fire guy, the rabbit who looks like he's going to be fast, this energy acid-based guy. All these cool guys, right? Poison cards, frost cards, water, fire, crackjack. I like that. Catalyst, Audria, Crush, Plasm, Nunjin. Can't read the other two. But this game, it has 8 different zones. As we can scroll back up, we can see that these zones are laid out. And these zones are going to impact what is available in those areas, right? What you can do. And it's not even expensive. $45 doesn't seem bad. Plus shipping, so about $60 for it. And it's got praise, it's got walkthroughs and playthroughs, it's got the TTS playable, it's got the rulebook that you can download. This is a game that should be doing better than it is. And I'm not sure why it's not. Maybe it's the time of year. I wonder how this game would do if they took this down and instead put the Kickstarter back up in 6 months. Put it up in the middle of the summer, right? I mean, we just got over Christmas. People are waiting for checks to come in. I just don't feel like it's that good of a year. And we see that, right, with Kickstarters in general. Late December, early January are not great times for Kickstarters. And so, end of January, it's going to pick back up. I hope that they just pull this pledge. I hope that they say, sorry, we're taking this down. We will revisit and put it back up in 6 months or a year. And see where it goes from there. But Masters of Mutanite, it's interesting. It looks good. But apparently it has not caught on. So, those are the 7 games of this week. Next week I will be looking at everything from Primal. Next week Primal comes out. And I'll be doing a 3v3 on that. As well as all the new Kickstarter games. Make sure to check out the 5th edition Kickstarter Weekly. As well as next week's. So if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Until next week, game on.